Guys, another commodity fragrance has been given the Scent Space Collection treatment. Are you familiar with commodity and the Scent Space Collection fragrances? I'm talking about the fragrance Gold, which came in a bottle like this, white label, white cap. This is the expressive version of Scent Space Collection fragrances, or used to be. It is now in a black bottle like this. So this fragrance is this right here. And also there's two additional versions or variations of Gold. It comes in a personal version here with a minus next to the gold. And it also comes in a bold version with a plus, as you can see. So three different versions of Gold. Are you a fan of Gold? Gold is Commodity's vanilla. And I'm gonna talk to you about it today coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today I'm talking about Commodity's Gold fragrance in the Scent Space collection of fragrances. If you don't know the Scent Space collection of fragrances, it comes in a personal, and those are in the white bottle and has the minus. It's to be personal, so you're basically in your own cloud. It's not a fragrance that screams or projects, and it's a personal fragrance you wear on your own, and someone has to get close to you to smell your fragrance. And I have to be honest, they've done a great job of creating a personal version, and I'll tell you all about it. The expressive version is basically taking the personal and, creating a fragrance that's between the personal and the bold. So it's the original fragrance, as I said, and the original fragrance, Gold, used to be in a bottle like this. So this is this, and then of course now the bold is the fragrance that is the boldest. So basically that you wear this particular fragrance to be noticed. You want people to notice your smell. You want to leave that cloud down the hall, in the elevator, and you want your fragrance to make a statement kind of a thing. So there's three different versions of it, and the fragrances do smell different. It's totally different now. Even though it's the same DNA, the same formula, they've done things to it to change it up. And I'm going to talk to you about the personal first, but before I get to the personal Gold, I do want to mention there's a discount code for Commodity fragrances, and today they're doing a sale. You can click the link in the info box, head over there, and there's all kinds of sales happening for all of the Commodity fragrances, and it's up to 50% off. So it's a special Cyber Monday deal. Today's Cyber Monday, and this deal has been happening since Black Friday. So let's go on to the personal version. The personal version is so good, guys. In fact, I'm really in love with the bold and the personal in comparison to the original, which I was a fan of here and there. I used to mention it in videos here and there on the channel. But now this personal version, it's really, really great. So basically it features notes of ISOE Super, Vanilla, Amber, and Sandalwood. So it's taking that original formula, kind of stripping it down, boosting it up with ISOE Super, and making it like this fluffy, almost marshmallowy, vanillic amber sandalwood. So very, very creamy and powdery, and it is definitely close to the skin, but wow, it is really, really cozy. You have that dusty, powdery ISOE Super note. You can smell it right away, but that vanilla is so strong here, it kind of pretty much takes over. So it's kind of like covering the ISOE Super's woodiness with vanilla dustings and creating for like this very, very cozy, very, very comforting and relaxing, smoothing, almost ethereal, kind of like floating in air kind of a vanilla fragrance. So this is definitely very close to the skin. It's not a fragrance that screams. Of course the bold is, but they've also changed that in comparison to the expressive, the original. So you definitely have to get close to someone to smell this. Like someone has to get really close to you to smell this. But man, when I put it on, there's this kind of like milkiness about it, like almost like powdered milk. Really very delicious combination. It's really the kind of fragrance that I would actually go to bed with, like to sleep with. Like it's got this very, very like soothing kind of like, imagine drinking a little milk before you go to bed kind of a thing, because there's definitely something milky about it. And I was thinking powdered milk, so it's got that kind of cozying, soothing, comforting vibe about it that if you put it on before you go to bed, it'll kind of soothe you to sleep kind of a thing. This is really great. I really love ISOE Super. It does have kind of like a little bit of a reminder of something like Molecule 1, but with the addition of vanilla, the amber, the sandalwood, and there's that milkiness running throughout it. Very, very cozy, really delicious. I think they've done a great job with Gold Minus, or the personal. Definitely you guys should check that out. I really recommend that one. And the thing with Gold Minus, or the personal gold fragrance from Commodity, it could be used as a layering tool if you have something that's very vanillic, but you want to boost it up with a little bit of a woody vanillic touch, you can do that. Or with this one, add more like a straightforward vanilla, kind of like a one-note fragrance to kind of like enhance the vanillic touches here. So you can do a lot of great things with this one, and I like that about it because it has that ISOE super, so there's a bit of a molecular touch to it to begin with. And so it makes for a great layering tool, or as I said, on its own, very, very soothing, kind of like puts you to sleep. It's got that kind of very relaxed coziness about it. So it's gold minus. Great fragrance. And again, don't mix the original gold. If you have this bottle right here, still, this is not the same thing it is now, looking like this. So the Expressive features notes of juniper berries, creamy musk, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and benzoin. So for me, this particular fragrance is a very spicy vanillic fragrance. It has ambery touches, and of course it's powdery. It has benzoin, so it has resinous balsamic touches. And of course the sandalwood in here is also very, very amped up, and it has these kind of like creamy milkiness. I don't get the milkiness here in the Expressive version that I get in Gold Minus or the personal version. There's definitely something milky about this because it's stripped away, and the kind of the sandalwood in here in the personal is so more prominent. It acts like a milky, creamy fragrance, if that makes sense, which I'm not getting milkiness with the Expressive, but I am definitely getting a creaminess. So there's definitely the creaminess, and I think it's from that sandalwood note combined with the vanilla and the other notes in here. So if you're familiar with this one, I don't think you need the other ones. I mean, if you have this one, if you have it in this original bottle like this, or if you have this one, I don't think you need the others unless you're a collector and you want something minimalistic. You can go with the personal and the white label. But if you have this one, I think it makes for a great vanillic fragrance. It hasn't changed much, if at all, from the original gold that it used to come in. But it's great, straightforward, spicy, ambery, balsamic, vanillic, amber, vanilla fragrance. So definitely you notice some aromatic touches when you first spray it. And also there's the spiciness that comes through as well. Really a solid release, and these fragrances are not that expensive as well, but definitely great wearing experiences. And the gold is probably one of the best in the entire collection from Commodity. So gold in the Expressive version. And then finally, gold in the bold version. Bold gold. Does that rhyme? Yeah, it does. So this is, again, taking the original Expressive and boosting it up with earthy woodiness, a bit smokiness as well. So it's saffron, oakmoss, vanilla, patchouli, nutmeg, and I do get a bit of smoky leather with this one, I should say. Leather is not as prominent. For me, the patchouli is so strong that I like that contrast with that earthy woods, a bit sparkling, contrast with that syrupy, powdery vanilla note in here that's very, very prominent. In the end, it's about the vanilla. The whole entire collection is about the vanilla, and so what they've done is like intensified the fragrance with the patchouli, which is really, really great. Imagine if you're taking the fragrances Molinard, Vanille, and Patchouli separately, combining them together. It's not going to smell like Gold Plus, but it's kind of similar idea, adding you know, bold patchouli inside the mix, and you creating this kind of like gourmand with a major woodiness, if that makes sense. But you have lots of smokiness here, as I said, from the kind of like a leathery touch from the saffron, and then you also have the spiciness, warm spicy touches from the nutmeg note. But you know, I really like this. In fact, I've kind of gotten bored of the original because I'm so used to it, and I really like the two different versions of this particular fragrance. If I want something very, very subdued and kind of calming and soothing and relaxing and milky, cozy, go for the Milk Personal. If I want something really, really intense with that kind of like boldness of the patchouli, I would go with the bold version of Gold. Great fragrances. I think Gold is a great solid release. Again, it's not very, very expensive. The original sells for $135. I believe the Bold sells for $145, and I can't remember the exact price of the Personal, but there is that sale happening right now because of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so they're all discounted. I have a link in the info box. If you're curious to check these out or any of the other fragrances from Commodity, please do. You know, I wasn't as excited with the previous video I did for another fragrance from Commodity, the Velvet, which I felt I still really enjoyed the original Velvet, and the other two versions, the Personal and the Bold, were kind of not, you know, that exciting. But here with Gold, really in love with the personal and the bold. Really solid offerings, as I said. So far I've done reviews on paper, milk, moss, velvet, and finally gold. Is there anything else left from this house that I should check out? I'd like to revisit, maybe do a top 10, and if there's any other fragrances from Commodity that you want to see reviews of on the channel, please let me know, put a comment down. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching today. Hope you're having a wonderful day and hope you had a great holiday weekend. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. Guys, just a quick update here for a little bonus section. I did not know that Commodity fragrances were all priced the same. They had a price change or price difference update back in the summertime, and all the fragrances in Personal, Expressive, and Bold are now the same price, $135 for 100 ml and $25 for a 10 ml. In the past, they were priced differently, but apparently after doing some research, the brand decided to just combine and make one price for all fragrances. So whatever I mentioned in the actual video is wrong, but I wasn't aware that they had a price change, so I apologize for that. But it is a good thing because now you can get the Bold for the same price as the Personal, even though they kind of experience like different concentrations, if that makes sense. But either way, I just wanted to update you guys so you know that I know now that all the fragrances in Commodity's scent-based collection 100 ml are 135 and the 10 mls are 25. And of course, they're on sale right now, so go check them out. Bye-bye.